Hey guys, what's going on? Today, I have a pretty special video once again. I've been speedrunning Minecraft for a couple weeks now, and this was a pretty insane run. As you could probably tell from the title, this was a insanely lucky run you'll see later on in the Nether, but then at the end it had a very catastrophic end, and it didn't go very well, and it could have potentially been maybe definitely a sub 20. My PB, as you can see in the top right, is 28 minutes and 12 seconds at this time. Wow. It would have been like a sub 20, maybe a sub 18, which would have been like a 10-minute time save. Anyway, let's get into the run. As you can see, we just start off in an ocean, which leads us to hyper modern strats. We'll get in our boat and start looking for shipwrecks. I'm heading towards positive positive. Check those coordinates right in here. Positive 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 is probably the best region to go to because in the Nether, that's where like the structures generate like closer towards zero. I'm not going to explain it now, but yeah, that's why positive positive's pretty nice. So I find the shipwreck. Let's go. Let's see how much iron we get. Like no iron. So I have to get this treasure map, and luckily it's pretty close. It's just on this island up here, so I go for that. This treasure map, as you'll see in a few seconds, is the saving grace of this run. Alright, so I'm gonna do a little strategy called 9-9. As you can see from the chunk coordinates, I go to 9-9 and I dig straight down there because that's where the buried treasure always is. I get 6 diamonds. Damn, that's really good. So I make a diamond pickaxe, a diamond axe, and an iron shovel with the iron. Bucket for your regular flint and steel as well. And I have plenty of iron left over. A little bit of food as well is nice. I also make gold boots here. This is I don't know if this would be considered a mistake. It was definitely a lot riskier. Like I could have actually, now that I've seen what the rest of the run's like, I probably could have done without making those boots, and instead traded for more gold. But as you'll see soon, it doesn't actually matter. So now we're looking for lava. I think this is the ravine. Oh no, that's right. We don't actually get a ravine. There's actually a small crack in the water, not in the water, in the ground here, coming up. I think it's this one. Oh no, not that. I thought that was the crack. This was actually a decent entry considering how far and how long I was traveling. Actually, I don't know how far I traveled, but this was alright this entry. I had everything kind of work. A monument, by the way, would have been an amazing asset to this run. But the reason this run is so crazy is because it doesn't use a monument. Making an underwater nether portal, it's a little bit scuffed. Especially because oh no, that's not too bad. I almost screw up the portal there. That would've been bad. Would've been a dead run. Make my flinted steel, and we're off to the nether. And now, here you'll see. I turn my render distance down, and you can see in the right a nether fortress. A nether fortress spawn is absolutely ridiculous, especially on this pace. I have a tiny bit of gold, 2 gold ingots right here, and I'm thinking, all right, let's do a classic run. But there's not. We're in a crimson forest, so there's not that much gold around. As you can see, you probably saw right there, I got a pearl trade, first gold. That's quite lucky. I mine this extra gold, that's enough for 3 more, and it's actually an 8 pearl trade. It's the max drop. This is insanely lucky. And as you'll see in a few minutes, it gets even luckier. Anyway, I go off to fight the Blazers as usual. There's a spawner right here. Very, very lucky. I have no shield or fire res here, so it makes the fight a little bit harder. But I actually manage it really well. I play this run really, really nicely, by the way. It's just one thing that you see at the end that, turns this ridiculous luck into a bit of a not a fail. It's definitely not a joke. And I'll talk about it when I get there. Anyway, break of the blocks around the spawner improves the rates. I don't know if it improves the rates, like the time between spawns, but it definitely allows more blazes to spawn. Because I think the way that it works is that like the blazes can spawn in like a radius of I think it's 3 or 4 around the spawner, but they could like technically try to spawn inside blocks, but if a block's there, they just don't spawn. That's why you tend to get a lot of 1s and 2s. But if you remove all the blocks around, you'll end up getting 3s and 4s like every time. Anyway, the blaze luck is fairly average. I think I end up going like 7 for 18 or something, which is below par. Not awful. Not as bad as it has been sometimes, but not as good as another run, which happens to be my new PB I got a couple days ago is actually a 2808. No, shoot, not a 28, a 2508. And that was kind of insane because I got 7 for 7 blaze rods. I might make a video on that. I haven't decided yet, but I'm waiting for a really good run, like low 20, a low 20-minute run, so I can edit and upload that one. Anyway, this blaze fight is quite slow. I think it has been. Actually, it has only been about 2 minutes, I think. It's not a terrible blaze fight. A good blaze fight would be under 2 minutes, but this will do. I don't think I get the rods. No. Oh no, there's one. I could have left with 6, but I always leave with 7. I know that I only have 12 eyes, 12 pearls, so I probably should have left with 6. But I guess those guys spawn pretty quickly, and I'm out. That's 8 rods, which is kind of interesting because that's more than what I need. Now, at this point, I'm thinking, I'm gonna have to go out and mine gold. But out of the 3 more gold there's another pearl trade. Now, that is ridiculous. Pearls have a 4.7% chance to drop, like in a barter. So getting 2 pearl trades out of 5 gold. I traded 5 gold total. I don't remember the chances, but it's like a 0.2% chance or something ridiculous. Like at this point I was freaking out. I was like, "Holy, this is the run of my life. I better not throw it. I have everything I need except beds, which you'll see how I get them later." But yeah, I'm just thinking this is the fastest I've ever exited. Like it was like a sub 8-minute exit, which is ridiculous. Usually I try to exit around about a sub 20, especially with if I get blind travel, which I didn't get this run, obviously, because I got god trades. But then I say this. Hope the eyes don't break. At this point, yeah, I see this shattered savannah up ahead, and I'm thinking, all right, well, I've had a lot of ocean, so it's probably due that I get land. Something I do also realize at this point is that my portal wasn't that far away from 0, 0, which means that the stronghold the eyes point me to would probably be pretty close to the edge of the stronghold ring. So I'm thinking roughly about 1,500 or 1,600 blocks. I get a pretty good distance with this dolphin though, which is nice. Now into a savanna. Savannas are good because you can get a lot of animals, right? And I need sheep because I don't have any wool for beds or any beds. I'm chopping a bit of wood, anticipating the sheep later, and then I can craft the beds. And I find a pack of sheep here. I craft my shears. Give them a quick shear. That's a 3 drop. That's very good. That's a 1 drop. Bad. Especially with these other colors of sheep. You have to kind of get a 3 drop or else it's not a bed. Because you can't combine the colors anymore. It's a 1 drop, which is bad. That's also a 1 drop. So not very lucky with these sheep. I also, yeah, also stopped there for some extra food, which I didn't actually use. Which is, but that was just in case. That probably lost me about 20 seconds, maybe not even. So it's not too bad. It's all right. I'm looking for more sheep because at this point I either need a bunch more sheep or a village. There's more sheep, so I might as well while I'm here just shear them. I don't get the food this time. How much will I think at this point I have enough for 4 beds, which is like the minimum. It's very risky. Like I could do like a really good 4 bed and then maybe like hit the dragon with the axe at the end. That's what I'm thinking. But as a safety net, a village would be really good, really helpful. Because at this point, uh, yeah, about this point when I noticed that oh no, not this point. Coming up, I noticed that I still have a lava bucket right here. This is where I noticed. And realistically, in the overworld, you want a water bucket so you can avoid taking fall damage and stuff. And lava bucket isn't that helpful. So you see, just over here, just over this hill, I take a short detour to get water. Was this the right choice? I'm not 100% sure. I guess it is. I did use the water bucket, so yeah. And now, right coming up ahead is the biggest mistake of my run, but this is only because of hindsight. I didn't think I would need to do this. As you can see in a couple seconds, I noticed there's 2 Endermen on the coast on the right. I decided not to go for them because, actually did no, none of my eyes have broke at this point. So I'm thinking, okay, the stronghold is probably pretty close. That was my mistake though. I should have still grabbed those 2 Endermen. There's a chance they may not have dropped pearls, and that would have made me pretty sad, but grabbing those Endermen would have given me a safety net, which, as you can see, does kill my run at the end. I'm quite nervous at this point, so this creeper is kind of messing with me. I decided to just YOLO it and get boosted along actually, which is nice. I'm about to throw my second eye. This is my second eye. And look at the direction it like completely turns, but it breaks. And I'm like, okay, that's not very good. Now all I need is a 1 eye, which is the most common. Like I think it's a 70% chance of getting a 1 eye or more. That's pretty good odds. So I'm just banking on that really. And there's also a chance I could get pearls from the stronghold chest as well. My third eye goes, and this one doesn't break, which is very nice. And it's taking me straight up this hill, so I know it's just up this hill or over the hill. I stop and take a breather to eat, and I think craft some extra bread out of those hay bales that I collected at the village. I'm kind of panicking a little bit. I didn't see the wheat. So now I have 12 bread. I also have the 5 cooked mutton from the sheep, but I actually kind of forget about it, I think. Panicking a little, didn't see that uh, water lake, just a lake. And I'm about to throw my 4th eye, and I know it's this next chunk because it's heading to 8-8, which is like the center of the chunk. But it breaks, and I'm like quite stressed right here. I'm like, it's not going to be enough. I'm not going to be able to finish the run. But I'm hopeful that it's going to be a 1 eye and there's going to be a pearl in the chest. That's what I'm hoping for. Digging down, I'm thinking if it's not in this chunk, it's probably like the next chunk across. So it's not that hard to find, but it's this chunk. I fail the MLG water, and I'm quite nervous here. And I entered the stronghold at 15 minutes. That's pretty crazy. So right now, like if I get a good stronghold and a good perch, then it's sub 18 pace. Check some corridors. I play this stronghold. I think it was actually perfect, in my opinion. I check all the directions and I quickly like eliminate that doorway, go down here. It's quite efficient the way I check this. The cave helps a little bit in this case, actually. I can see all the dead ends. Like here, it doesn't lead anywhere. Go around. The last place I check in this four-way is a spiral staircase going down. I usually don't like checking these because it's awkward to get back up. Turns out, though, this is the way to the portal room. And it's a one eye. Okay. I'm thinking, alright, this is okay. It's good that it's a one eye. This is not a zero eye. I need one more eye of Ender. I'm like really nervous though. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm looking for chests. And I just can't find any. At this point, I still have hope. Like, this is still 10 minutes faster than my PB. Like, all I have to spend is a few more minutes in the stronghold looking for chests, and I can still PB easily. Like a 25, maybe even a sub 20. I check the other corridors. And I believe there's a chest right here. Yep. And nothing. Right there, if there was a pearl in that chest, which is, I think it's quite likely. I don't know the chances. I could check that later. But yeah, at this point, I'm not hopeful. I think there's only 3 stronghold chests in a stronghold. Actually, I think it's 0 to 4, but it's most likely 3. Here's another one. Nope, none. I'm a little frustrated here. This is just the run's the run's basically dead. I go searching for the 3rd chest. There's nothing. There's just no pearls in the whole stronghold. Even after that, I managed to find like it's like 22 minutes in or something. It still could PB. I managed to find 3 Endermen in the stronghold that just spawn naturally. I killed all 3, no pearls. And alas, this is the end of the run. It's a really disappointing end to what would have been definitely a sub 20 or even a sub 18 pace, which even top runners really not necessarily struggle to get sub 20s, but they really love it when they get it. They're celebrating when they get a sub 18. This would have made my day and would have basically just allowed me to rest. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the insane luck that I had this run. I'm going to end it here. Nothing special happens in this stronghold. I just think I just whinge a little bit. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed. There'll be more videos coming up in the next bit. I don't want to promise anything, but hopefully I'll make a few more. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you later.